Isaiah. Welcome to Lesson 6, Finalize Your Plan. Are you ready to finalize your plan to achieve your goal? Let's begin. But first, remember those 2 rules. Keep your listening ears open. Make sure your eyes are on the screen. Make sure your thinking brain is turned on and you're ready to say or point to answers when you're asked to. All right, I think you're ready. Let's get started. Welcome back to your goal setting lessons. Remember, part 1 is set a goal, part 2 is make a plan, and part 3 is adjust the plan. Say the 3 parts of the goal setting lessons by yourself. Isaiah, get ready. Say the parts by yourself. Part 1 is set a goal, part 2 is make a plan, and part 3 is adjust the plan. What question do you ask yourself when you are setting a goal? Be careful and look at the words of the question because this will help make sure that you get the right answer. So what question do you ask yourself when you're setting a goal? Is it A, what is my goal? Or B, what is my plan? Isaiah, make your selection now. Did you say A, what is my goal? C, what is my goal is the question that you ask yourself when you are setting a goal. Great job. We're working on part 2, make a plan. What question do you ask yourself when you are making a plan? Say it with me. Isaiah, get ready. What is my plan? So what question do you ask when you are making a plan? Read carefully the question. What question do you ask yourself when you are making a plan? Is it A, what is my plan? Or B, what is my task? Isaiah, make your selection now. Did you say A, what is my plan? Great job. That is the question you ask when you're making a plan. So today you're going to be finalizing your plan so that you can achieve your behavior goal. Let's review your behavior goal again. Read it with me. Isaiah, get ready. I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Great job. This is your goal that you're working on at school, and you see that it has the little guy in the desk, and he's sitting down, he's working very hard. So far, you have done a lot of work to meet your goal. You have set your behavior goal. You know that you're going to be working hard and continuing working until you complete your task. You've also identified some barriers that are in the way, like I don't want to do it work sometimes because I always need a lot of help. You've also thought of ways to overcome those barriers, like beginning to work right away, and if you get stuck, you can always ask for help. Also, when you get done, you tell the teacher so that you know what you should be doing next. Then you've also made a timeline for reaching your goal. Your timeline is starting January 30th. We trained yesterday, and today we did some practice rounds on the 31st. We wanted to practice for 5 days straight, so we know that our timeline ends on February 6th. Okay, so when we choose a tool that helps us reach a goal, which tool did you choose to help you reach your goal? Was it the cue card tool or was it the self-monitoring checklist? 1 or 2? Isaiah, make your selection now. It's 1. You're using that cue card tool. It has to do with your behavior goal, remember? Everything is matching. Now you will use what you have done so far to finalize your plan and achieve your behavior goal. You will need to answer 4 questions to finalize your plan. Question 1, what can you do to improve your goal? You know you're setting a behavior goal. And this behavior goal is supported by your cue card tool. And when you're using your cue card tool, yesterday we talked about earning at least 30 points in 2 out of 3 days in a row. So your turn. What can you do to improve your behavior goal? Which tool are you using? 1 or 2? Isaiah, make your selection now. You're using 1, the cue card tool. And you want to try to earn at least 30 points on that checklist, remember? And we're going to talk about that a little bit later, about how you earn your checklist and how you graph it as well. Remember the cue card tool. The cue card tool is a symbol of something that has a special meaning for us when it's placed where we see it frequently. Your goal is part of your cue card tool. It helps you remember what you're working on. Remember your goal, I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. This means that you get started on your work right away. Keep working until the task is complete. If you get stuck, you ask for help, and when you're finished, tell the teacher so you can figure out what to do next. Remember that other tool that I talked about, graphing? We want to see that you are getting at least 30 points in 2 out of 3 days in a row. 30 points in 2 out of 3 days in a row. Which barriers could you keep from improving your behavior? Which barriers could keep you from improving your behavior? Remember we talked about this barrier here of needing extra help and how you just need to ask for help sometimes, and that's okay, but try your best before you ask for help. And we want you to make sure that you are beginning to work right away. You can say time to start as an example. So your turn, name a barrier. Point to which barrier. Time to start. This might keep you from improving your behavior. What can you do to remove your barriers? So using a cue card tool will help you to remove your barriers because it outlines exactly what you should be doing, and you're going to get prompted by a buzz, a vibration from the phone that's going to help you make sure that you're staying on task rather than sitting and staring or not engaging in the materials. So what can you do to remove the barriers? Say, use a cue card tool. Say it with me. Use a cue card tool. When will you begin? So we talked about this yesterday. We started training a little bit yesterday. Today, we did some practice rounds, and we wanted to work on this for 5 days. So your timeline is January 30th through February 6th. 5 school days. Your turn. When will you begin working? So January 30th. And when will you end? Say February 6th. Great job. So it's time to review. What is your behavior goal? Read it with me. Isaiah, get ready. I should begin working immediately and continue working until the task is complete. Great job. What is one barrier in the way of reaching your goal? Your barrier is, sometimes I don't want to do a lot of work. I always need a lot of help. Isaiah, say help. This is a barrier that may be in the way of reaching your goal. So, what tool will you use to remove the barrier? This tool, 1 or 2. Isaiah, make your selection now. You're using tool number 1, the cue card tool. It's going to help you overcome your barrier because it gives you points for trying your best, staying on task, completing your work, and moving to the next task. When do you begin working on your behavior goal? Once again, 5 school days, starting January 30th. Say January 30th until February 6th. Say February 6th. Excellent job. Thank you so much for your participation and your attention today. In our next video, we're going to practice our probe.